Let's not be right, let's be real. Say what you feel, what you feel. I don't need perfect, just truth. Right here in front of me, you. Let's not be right, let's be real. Leave all that pride at the wheel. If it hurts, let it spill. Let's not be right, let's be real, real. You pull up late, sun on your face, sand on your feet from some other place. You say I'm fine, I say you ain't. Who you tryna say with that coat of paint?
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real, Not Right. It's Jenn, the godmother.
It's Cortni J.
And Kyla Thomas.
Settled in for another episode. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's episode 10 to Let's Be Real, Not Right. I am Jenn, the godmother.
I'm Cortni J. What's up?
And I'm Kyla Thomas.
Well, guys, we had a situation last episode, but as y'all know, we do not like to sit in trauma.
No.
So we're going to move on. We're going to talk about healthy relationships. So I've been scammed several times.
It's not funny, but
it kind of is, because you want to say, Jenn, how did you not know? Like at what point?
You're such a smart girl.
You're such a smart girl. I mean, because y'all know that I should have been on my P's and Q's, because even for this podcast, somebody tried to charge me $400 because they said they could do something. And the $400 was for a research fee because they had to consult with their peers. I said, ma'am, I'm not paying you that because you said you could do this.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm not, that's a scam.
Yeah. So what have you learned?
I have learned, and I am definitely making sure to emphasize this on my personal page and in my business to help others not go through this. The most important thing is do your research.
Period. And
I have learned that, especially when people know what you have or what you could potentially do for them, when people knew that I was starting a podcast or I'm starting a business, and that's why I don't put a lot about my car, my house, my job online, because you become a target. People feel like, oh, let me see how I can get some of that. She got some money to give, right? And so what I learned is, which I don't talk much, y'all know, about my personal life. I don't show much about my personal life on social. That told me that I'm on the right track, because some people are like, oh, you need to show more. No, I don't, because that showed me just the little bit that I showed. The little bit that I showed, people were watching that. Like, oh, okay, yeah. So I can say that I know how to so-and-so because I know she gonna need a so-and-so. So when you are launching a business, you should not be doing most of the talking. You let them talk and tell you what they're offering. That shouldn't have too much to do with you. Their expertise is their expertise. Shut your mouth. So that's
okay. So that's something good from the business standpoint. I know last episode, Kyla, you were talking more so on the friendship tip, or I guess we both were. What were some of the things that you see differently now? How would you define a healthy friendship?
Reciprocal. To really be reciprocal. So I had a therapist one time, long gone now, but this therapist told me that African American was the word she used, but Black people are the only, she said Black people see relationships different. She said, you guys see relationships by title, or it's my mom, or it's my dad, or it's my cousin, or it's my best friend. She said other races see relationships by being reciprocal. Like, what is that? Not the person, not the title, but what do they give to me, and the vice versa. So to answer your question, for me, a friendship needs to be, for it to be a friendship, it needs to be reciprocal. And that doesn't mean monetary, like, oh, if I buy you a drink, you got to buy me a drink. Right. Or if I give you a gift, you have to give me a gift. For me, it's about reciprocal love. Like, that love, that untangible thing has to be the same. And when it's not, and when you can detect that it's not, and relationship isn't reciprocal, to me, that's when it's like, wait, is this a friendship or is this a one-way kind of deal? Someone's trying to get something from me, out of me.
Yeah. So what do I give you?
Oh. What do you give me? What you mean?
In our friendship.
Oh, good question.
So I can make sure that because I only ask because sometimes people are oblivious
Mhm.
and they're so busy caught up in what they need that they don't think about, okay, hold on, yeah, I got
That's
all
good.
this going on, but so
Yeah.
so I
So
asked the question too.
I would
to you.
say kindness, grace, respect, and just like a shoulder to lean on. And so that to me, for like friendship is way bigger than the things for me. It's
Mhm.
like who can I trust to be vulnerable with?
Yeah.
Who can I trust to share? And you know, I've shared some things with you to where, and it's not, well, maybe I shouldn't even say that, but you know, some people you share something, it's like, oh, well, I thought she was this. Oh, she that, you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
So, but to be someone that's able to, like, you can trust being vulnerable with,
Yeah.
and that's what I'll say that you give. I know if I share something with you, it's not going to be taken out of judgment of, oh, I thought her life was
Yeah.
perfect. Oh, I thought this about, oh, I thought that. Like, I'm human, guys. Like I'm human.
You
Like,
feel
I'm gonna
safe.
make some mistakes.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
And
important.
but I'm only able to give you grace because you give me grace. Like there are times when I'm in my A personality where some people might be like, forget her, but you like, Jen, I'm putting you in timeout because
You be all right. Go
because you
cool
want
down.
one. But I know that you still my friend. Like I know you're not about to. But at the same time, in my A personality, I'm still keeping respect at the front of my brain, saying these are still my friends and my sisters. I still, although I feel this way, I still have to be respectful.
Yeah.
But I think that with you, I think you are more than a friend than what you realize, because the Bible says that you got to be a friend to have friends, right? And so it's easy to be your friend because I know whether it's work, whether it's personal, whether it's family stuff, I can call you and you're going to give me some wisdom. And I can definitely count on you to tell me not what I want to hear.
Always.
You
But it's
gonna
good.
always slide in. I'll be there. I'll be
Always.
like, this is not the friend to call. Like she's still going to encourage me, but
Yeah.
that's what I love about her because she loves me enough to be 100% honest. She gonna give me the 360 view. Like you see it this way, but we got to go to the left, right, and to back. So it's easy to be a good friend to you because you got my back. Like Kyla's the type where she just don't say, send me your resume. Like this is just an example. If Kyla is going to help you, she's not going to agree to help you if she can't get in the trenches and help you. She's not that friend to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. Or she's not a lip service friend. So I understand why your circle is so small, because you, like my dad, like if you with me, then you with me.
Yeah.
I think that's good. True. So Cortni, so what about you and healthy relationships? Because you had a lot of relationships.
Oh yeah, you got business relationships. I see relationships too, even with your family members. Because I know in the last episode I mentioned my mama breaking up with me.
I love Miss your mom,
baby. Look, I see, don't play. Okay,
I love her.
and it's so funny because when I look back on it, I needed that break. I didn't know it, I didn't want it, but that separation allowed me some personal reflection. It allowed me some time to grow. It allowed my mama some time to like me again. And mind you, I was like maybe 16, 17 years old. So she didn't like break me up, kick me out of her house or anything. So don't get it twisted. But in the sense of I have to, and sometimes we have to do this with our other relationships, we got to kind of move a little bit different.
Yeah.
And like I said, it'll look different based on the relationship that you're in. So my mama, she's like, okay, you trying to become your own person, you trying to do this, I'm gonna fall back a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've done this in friendships before. It's like, okay, I know that you're growing and going through things, so I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm gonna allow you the space to do what you need to do. But I know everybody doesn't respect that space sometimes. So that's why it's so important to have those boundaries and know what your personal boundaries are. Because when you don't know what your own boundaries are, you, like they say, you go for anything. You allow people to just run all over you, and then you wonder why am I so overstimulated and exhausted and just don't want to be, and da-da-da-da-da. It's because you're allowing so much of that noise in to affect you. So yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking. Like really understanding and knowing your boundaries and when space needs to be for a season or even kind of permanently. So
yeah, you are right. And I think that's part of being a good parent, because y'all not going to believe this, but it wasn't a year. Like the summer after I graduated from high school, girl, I said something slick to my dad.
Not to your dad.
I did. As much as I love him, and girl, he will be the first to tell y'all that there's a period of my life that he didn't like me. Like,
my mom take quick.
He will quickly say, and this was that period. I said something slick to him, girl. He started packing my bags up. And
Lord have mercy. He said, I'm gonna help you out, babe. Let me help you out.
my mom, which is my stepmom, but I don't like to call her my stepmom because she is much more than that. But she was at work. And I couldn't call my mom at work because she worked for American Airlines, and you can't call them.
Can't get there.
But I knew once she got home, but I didn't know she was gonna be home quick enough because we already had a U-Haul because we were taking some stuff to drop off in Indiana. So my dad started putting my stuff in that truck.
Oh, he was for real. There was a U-Haul outside, baby.
He said, "Gots to go."
You got it.
He said, "Oh, little what did he call me? Little sweetheart or little something?" No,
And he was so sweet with it.
girl. My dad was putting my stuff in that truck, and finally, my mom came home, and I was like, "He's trying to put me out."
You probably need to go.
And she went and talked to him, and look, my dad is the king of the castle, but my mom has the last say. She absolutely. Well, no, I'll say my mom is the queen of the castle, but my dad has the last say. But it takes my dad a lot to get to that point.
Mhm.
And so my mom was like, "No, she's not leaving." She's real proper. She's like, "No, she's not leaving." Because I think that my dad has probably just let stuff build up, and I was going through adolescence, and I just wasn't respecting him the way that I should have. But that told me that as cool and as smooth as y'all see my dad, he got that side that I tapped into that I learned to not play with.
Yeah, you got a boundary.
And he was setting that boundary. So family boundaries, and I do believe, like in my boundaries that I had to create with family, is that we can go through things and I can forgive you, but there are certain things that you can say and do. I can forgive you, but that don't mean we got to break bread together.
Yeah, we're going to move different.
We are not, like, you not coming to my house. We're not breaking, but I absolutely forgive you. I know how to exist in a space with you, but I'm not choosing to bring you in my space. We're not breaking bread together. Yeah. So, and with friendships, I learned, and I heard my dad say this before: as long as a giver, a taker is always taken.
Yeah.
So,
that's really good.
That's good.
So I had to learn, because I don't know how to not give. And I got that from my mom and my dad and my mom. That's my stepmom. All of them are very generous, like overly generous. So I had to check myself in therapy. And she was like, "Why do you feel like you have to keep overextending yourself and it's not being reciprocated?" And she was like, "Are you afraid that somebody's going to abandon you?"
Yeah, girl, brother called it.
And I just, I broke down, and I was like, "Well, what my dad says that you're supposed to have lifelong friends." She said, "That's nice to say, but if it's not being reciprocated, if that person is not there for you, like you're there for him, there for them, you had life situations that you still showed up. So you can't keep on ignoring these flags, and you have to know that it's okay." And this is part B to this. What I also learned about myself in healthy relationships is I was caught up in titles, right? And a good friend of mine, we were talking because I knew she had went through a breakup of some sort, and we were talking, and she was like, "Jenn, if you look around you," because I was telling her that it felt weird because I couldn't say, like, I had a best friend. Like, I didn't have that language now. But then when talking to her and talking to my dad, and he was like, "Yo, your life is about to totally change, and if Kenny ain't your best friend, you got a huge problem." And so that was my aha there. And even with her, she said, "Jenn, your life, you have a lot of best friends. You can think of your dad, you can think of your mom, you can think of your other friends. You just didn't give them the title. So maybe it's time that you drop the title. Because at this big age, if you don't have friends that are best friends, they shouldn't even be in your circle anyway." And so I was like,
that's true. I believe that.
I have learned to not saying that I'm closing myself off to have a best friend, but once I accepted what I did in that. Maybe that title was too heavy for that person. And I had to look at who I had around me who was definitely down for me and just say, it's okay. It's okay. Now that was a grieving period. And I'm here a year later sounding a whole lot different without breaking down about it. But I had to go through that. And the biggest thing is, like I told you about the book, is starting with myself. Like, you can't expect for everybody to be a friend like you are.
Baby, you cannot expect you from everybody else.
You cannot. And I am loyal to a fault in all my relationships. Like, you have to cross me big and more than one time. Like, I have even allowed people to cross me big.
So are you still like this? Because I know you mentioned that's how you are in relationships. And while we're talking about healthy relationships, are you still that way? Or what have you noticed that you've been able to change so that you're not having to wait to get crossed 2 and 3 times?
So now, because at first I was like, I'm just not going to be loyal. I'm just not going to be loyal to get on you. And so my dad was like, no, that's who you are. Like, you are a loyal person. That's just part of who. But now I have learned to, like Kyla said in our last, I don't let people too far in my intimate space because you lose value. Once people get close to you and they start and all the things start to fall up, you lose value. And some people are purposely getting close to you to find your flaws, to say, yeah, you think she all that. Yeah, you think she got this, but she keep dust on her table, or she don't never have no chocolate chip cookies. You know what I'm saying? You just, people get close to you to find out what your flaws are, and you lose value. So now I am very careful with who I let get close to me. And when I have people speaking wisdom to me, like Kyla did when I wanted to have that dinner, now I'll listen. Just because I'm loyal don't mean I have to roam the jungle like a lion and just be loyal to everything. I am a human, and I do have the right to be selective with who I'm loyal to.
Yeah, that's such a huge point, because I know a lot of times people believe, well, I can't just show up as myself, or I can't be myself because X. You can definitely be yourself with boundaries. That's the caveat.
So I'm still a loyal Leo, but baby,
you gotta be loyal to the right one.
You don't get the same Jenn that you got in 2024.
Yeah.
That's over.
Yeah, no. And people used to say this about me a lot, and I think it was a flaw in relationships. But they'll say like, "Oh, Kyla give the shirt off of her back." What I had to do for healthy relationships is not give the shirt off of my back, keep it on my back, and just give what I could give, but not like to deplete me. And so now I don't like that when people say that now. Like, I check myself. If I hear that about me, Kyla, get the shirt off her back, it's like, okay, you're giving way too much. And like you say, if you're a giver, take is going to take. So
take is going to take.
It's like, you know what? No, stop. You don't have to just give. Give to yourself, pour into yourself, be who you are, and then let that pour out, not just kind of tangible giving.
Pour from the overflow.
Yeah. That is actually... That's crazy that you said that, because I decided last night at about 11 p.m. I was walking in my bedroom, and I had that notion, because like how you said, like you'll give the shirt off of your back. A lot of times people will see me and be like, "Oh, I like that bracelet," and they will take it off and be like, "Oh, can I have it?" Yeah. But now I've started saying, I'm keeping my bracelet, but I'll buy you one. If it's in my power, I'll buy you one, but I'm not giving you my bracelet. Or I'll see if they have more, but I'm not giving you my bracelet.
Yeah, and I love that you guys tied to the physical aspect and you tied it to more like that personal aspect, because that's how it is mentally. Sometimes we give people our last of, the last piece I got. Oh, you need some piece? I get a little bit last I got. And we're walking around with anxiety.
And that's so toxic, because there was a movie or a saying that said that a man loves you if he'll give you his last bite of food. Why are you asking for somebody's last bite of food?
You hungry? I'm trying to see something.
No, you don't have to watch somebody give you their last for you to feel good about yourself.
That is so good. That's so good. I'm glad you said that, because that's how a lot of people, especially when we're looking at society and what they're saying is value or what you should do inside certain relationships. And it's like, you ain't got to be that, because my man, give me the first, the second, the third, the fact that you share with me, baby.
And I don't have to test them. And So
good.
that just reminds me of like how, and I always tell y'all this, I can stand on my island all alone, whether it be wrong or right. And so that's part of a healthy boundary that I have too, is in my friendships and even in my relationships, I don't immediately go telling everybody what I'm going through in another relationship. One, because most people that are close to me love me and they gonna see it my side. Two, I don't need you to agree with me for me to feel right.
Right.
I'm gonna feel how I want to feel. Now I might, after it's over, but I don't have to have people rally around me or or feel like, oh, I'm about to tell my daddy, I'm about to tell Kitty, and they go whoop you. Right. No, I don't even have to have that because I love them and I protect them, and I don't ring that alarm until I know it's okay if it's not unrung. So I don't. So that's a boundary that I have for people that I love. I don't ring that alarm because I don't need that false sense of protection. Because I know for real, that if I need them, they coming.
Yeah, right. There you go.
And this is a pivot, but this is what you were saying before about like giving your last. Like as a friend, I don't want your last. As a friend, I don't want to deplete you. Like if you have a friend who is going to take your last or expect you to give your last, like that's not a friend to me. Like
that's good.
Nope.
So what are some boundaries you put in place in your friendships, relationships, business? Because I know I got
boundaries. I got too many boundaries.
Can you have too many boundaries? I don't know.
I don't let people in my home.
I feel that.
She don't.
Yeah, I don't let people in my home.
About that.
Yeah, you gotta protect your personal peace for sure.
Yeah, if you're in my home, you have crossed into your family.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
We're friends. I stopped going above and beyond. I was somebody, like people get the shirt off my back, but I was somebody who would be, you invite me, I'm there. Because I'm kind of a loner in nature, so or naturally I should say. So the way I get out is somebody invite me. So you send Kyla invitations, she's there. Not no more. I don't. Yeah. I'm very selective about where I go.
You have to be.
So it's just like the way I protect myself in from relationships is really just kind of being of places of value, where there's some type of value in being there. So outside of that, I'm just not trying to kick it. I'm not just trying to eat. I'm not just trying to do brunch. I'm not just trying to do
That's good.
Yeah. So what about you though?
Real quick though, I have one more question for Kyla. Okay. Because what are some of your social media boundaries? Oh, because I know you're big into social media. Jen and I, we're catching up. We're trying to be content creators.
Yeah, I actually probably slipped on some of my social media boundaries. There was a time where I indulge and I love unboxings, but I would never do them. Never do them, but I love them. I love them. Then I started doing them. Right, I'm taking a second guess right now on that. But my boundaries with social media is really not showing my home. You see, if I'm in my closet, you see, everybody probably could think of one or two, no more than 3 areas in my house. My bedroom, my house, like I don't show that. You see that living room, you see my bedroom, and that's probably it. What are the social media boundaries? Really, that's it. Because for me, it's just about like getting dressed and showing what I have on and not showing my entire life. It's just kind of really, I guess the boundaries would be around fashion or travel. Yeah. If I'm not doing that, I'm not too much showing it. Yeah. Not on my page, just fashion. So I think that's how I really do that boundaries, just kind of keep it to fashion. In my stories, I show more of everyday, but not on my page, not something that can stay.
Yeah. Well, her other boundary is one that I love is she doesn't force herself to post certain days, specific times. She does it when she has a chance. And I think that's protecting her peace. And that's what I learned from her too. Like, if you have something going on, you don't have to force it. Do it when you can. Like, don't let social media run you. You run it.
Hello.
So
don't make the make the money.
Come on, Players Club. Come on, Players Club. What about you though?
So for me, I know boundaries personally, at this big age, I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. If it feels forced, if it feels inauthentic, if it feels like I have to put on, I'm not doing it. Not in a friendship.
Hell yes, it's a no.
It's a no. Okay, I'm gonna say it like Chris
The
Brown.
older
I'm
you
not gonna
get,
say
the
it.
more heller the no.
The more hell of a no, for real, for real. And in social media, with boundaries, I know before I would take, like, this is when I had my first page, any type of brand collab, because I want that exposure, I want the coins. But I know now, as I'm taking trip 2 around the social media world, I'm not doing that anymore either. If it goes against my values, my goals, if it's not the price that I want, I'm not taking it. I'm not just going to jump in. I'm not just promoting any and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even relationships within, like with my within therapy, there are certain things that I'm not going to profess to be doing. Oh, I'm an expert in this. No, because in the therapeutic world, baby, I got my realm, the things that I do, kids, adolescents, women. I mean, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think those are some of my boundaries. Relationships, again, if it just feels forced or like I'm just doing something that's just don't fit right or doesn't align with me, I'm not doing it. Period.
Well, this is not going to be hot on the market, what I'm about to say.
Tell us though.
But
It's hot up in here.
Here's the headliner. In my relationship, there has to be value. Like,
Period.
I have to know, like, what are you adding? Like, what are you, like, I don't have people just sitting around in my life anymore.
Yes.
Like, you have to have it. And I'm not saying you have to give me money. You have to give me something. You have to work at a certain place. But you have to have a reason. Like, what is your reason for being here?
Yeah.
Like, no more junk collecting, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, you have to have a reason and you have to have value. And if I notice that the boat is keep tilting with the weight is on me, and you keep having situation after situation, you can't show up for me, you can't support me, all that, then it's time. And I'm not saying that you have to end it, because I told you that I am a ghoster, and that's something that I'm working on too. And I will be quick to cut the cord, because that's easiest for me. That's easiest. Like, all right, then we done. But at this big age, I'm learning to compartmentalize. Like, this friend is good for shopping. This friend is good for traveling. This friend is good for advice. This friend is a lawyer. This friend is a nurse. This friend is a judge.
Right.
So, not saying that everybody has to have a professional value, but you have to have value in my life to be in it going forward.
And I love that you said that, and I want to make sure that people don't take that out of context, because a lot of times people will think, oh, well, you're just looking for people to give. And it's like, no. But when you know your self-worth and when you know what you are bringing to the table, you move differently.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I know that I cannot be outdone with is loyalty and friendship. You cannot outfriend me. I am the friend of all friends. I am the girlfriend of all girlfriends. I am the Beyonce of all Beyonce. I am the daughter of all daughters. Like, I look to level up each time I gift you with something. I take pride in being like, all right, you ain't never had a gift like this.
That's me, baby.
You'll never have, So
I love that.
So great convo. I think this is healthy, and I think, especially for us, we need to talk about it versus going to throwing champagne and throwing bottles at you and fighting about it. Like, ain't got to reach across the table and fight nobody.
Right. No,
but for real. But after being scammed a few times, and
I'm sorry, it's not funny. But every time
yes, I have been scammed. I told y'all with this podcast, I got scammed for the research fee.
Y'all go to her page, because she got more.
She was
used, but scammed too, because she was trying to get some money too. But scammed from this Miami trip. But thank God it was in Miami, because if it had been some stupid like Utah, then I probably would have cut up in Utah. Yeah, but Miami, I knew, oh girl, you can just go walk along the beach, forget her. But I have also earlier, I hired this lady to help me set up my business, and it's not really a scam. It's just more of, don't let people push you to high price your services when you're not bringing that same value. Because that really is a scam, but I'm not calling her a scammer. I'm saying that she presented herself to help me with the business, and she was like, oh, I can help you set up your LLC, blah, blah, blah. Well, she gave me the link to call and get my business phone number. And she gave me the link to call and get my business address. And then she wanted me to pay her this substantial fee to call and do the LLC. Well, not to boast, but I know how to set up an LLC online. Like, what's your value?
Yeah.
Right? So, that's the several times.
And the value thing, I think, because I think people is going to take that long.
Yeah.
Is going to take that wrong. But I have a good example of that. People, like, I don't want a friend who wants to be a friend because of fashion. Like, I'm not your fashion friend. I'm not, if that's all you want to talk about is fashion, I'm not your girl. Like, the value I think you're talking about is a relationship that's bigger than
what you have to give.
Things, like it has to be a value. Like, you bring in some other kind of value outside of us talking fashion. And I remember I had one person back in the day. Well, I don't let people in my house. But I remember this particular friend came into my closet and said, "Oh, I thought you had more bags than that."
Girl.
Oh, baby.
That, like, so that told me that, like, so you basically want to be whatever with me because you think I have a lot of things.
Exactly.
And no, I don't have more bags than it. Yeah. So I'm like, that's what I'm clarifying when you say a value. It's like, don't attach to people because of what you associate them with and think that's all of them. That's only, like, me being into fashion is a very small part.
Very small part of who you are. But to add to my value is, like, I have a friend that I work out with at least 4 times a week, but she's also a nurse. Like, it's like she gives me so much, and every chance that I have something to give to her too. Like, so I'm not saying value like I'm looking for somebody to give me something, but because I know the level that I give and I don't know how to not give, I honestly don't. I don't know how to not give. So to protect myself, I have to see where you're able to feed me to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what's our question of the episode?
Okay, girls. So question of the day is, okay.
This is the question of the day.
Oh no. Okay. So here we go.
Oh yeah, let me get my stuff.
Yeah, so get ready to write your real or right. And so the question from our listener is, have you ever outgrown a friendship or environment but felt guilty because of your faith? How did you discern between being called to love people where they are versus releasing access to protect your peace?
Oh, so that's not a real or right.
Well, I'm about to frame it for a real or right. So, is it real or right to outgrow a friendship or environment and feel guilty because of your faith?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is it real or right to outgrow a friendship or environment because of your faith?
For sure.
Is it real or right to outgrow a friendship or environment because of your faith? I think that's hard. Is it real or right to outgrow a friendship or
environment because of your faith?
Because of your faith.
Or your beliefs?
I'll go ahead and jump in.
Okay.
I say real because that's a part of growing. That's a part of life. When you start to align yourself with certain things, your faith, when you start to understand, again, your boundaries, who you are, where you want to be, who you aspire to be, your vision changes. And sometimes where you are, you cannot stay. Think about a plant in a pot. You started off with this little pot, but if it's growing
right there,
girl, that big old fiddle plant,
I had to repot it.
You have to repot it because it needs room to grow. So that environment may not be giving you the nutrients, the resources, the whatever it is that you need to go and continue to be your best self. So that's so real. And then to feel guilty about it, so real. So real, because sometimes people make you feel bad for growth. They make you feel, oh, you think you better than, oh girl, oh Lord, I can do even my own family. Yeah. Like, oh, you think you better? And it's like, no, I'm growing. And that's it. That's real.
Yeah. Kyla?
I said right.
How did I know she was going to say
I knew
right?
she was going to say
knew
right.
it.
I knew
I
it.
love it.
knew it.
But I
knew
want
it.
to hear the rightness because there's no wrong or right.
Yeah. Oh, that one is a hard one for me, but I think so. Y'all know I said before, I think being real is doing something that you want to do versus have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it comes to faith or religion, there's a lot you don't want to do, but you have to do.
Mhm.
And so to outgrow someone because they don't align to your faith, for me, it's the right thing to do. That's what you should do. But I think the realness in people is you want to just not always have to follow the rules. So that's why I say it's the right thing to
That's
do. But I
actually
I
think
like that. That was really
I
good.
actually like, and I will be honest, I chose real. The reason why I chose real is probably because of my dad, because the right thing for him is to hold on to your friends and not let things bother you. You can still live your life and, you just keep them over here, but you don't have to like be. And his favorite phrase for me at this point in my life is, you cannot fool with somebody and you don't have to tell them you don't fool with them. But so, right, he still say it, right? So I chose real because I think it's okay to outgrow somebody and not feel obligated to still stay in that situation or that relationship or whatever it is. Now, the second part, how do you discern between being called to love people where they are versus releasing access to protect your peace?
Discernment is personal. When you have peace about the decision, for me, that's how I know that I'm making the right choice. When I have peace about it. Like I said on the last episode, I had a friend where I wanted to make it work. I called Jenn all the time, like, why is this like this?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was upsetting my spirit. It was just, there was just too much of this going on.
Mm-hmm.
But once I released it, it was like, baby, I'm walking on sunshine. So discernment is very personal to how you feel. So if you have peace about the situation, you good, homie. And even if you don't have peace, because peace doesn't always come automatically, so I don't want our viewer here to get caught up on that. But as you go, if you find it gets easier, then I think that you made the right choice.
Yeah. So what about your discernment piece, KT? I love it.
Mm-hmm. Her wheels thinking.
read that. Say that. Repeat that part.
How do you discern between being called to love people where they are versus releasing access to protect your peace?
Yeah, I think I probably hesitated on that because where I am now is so different from where I used to be, and I'm gonna sound very immigrant-ish, but like it's me first for everything.
Yeah,
and that's the hardest thing for me from who I was, but it's me first for everything. And I learned that with just pouring myself into who I wanted my kids to be and who I want, just what I expected from life. And I feel like it's just like, just protect yourself. Do by you, because no matter how much you try to do something for someone else, people are never happy. People are always going to have something you didn't do right. Mm-hmm. So for me, if you're doing something for somebody else, they're 9 out of 10 times it's something you're not going to gotten right with it. So just do it for you. Do what you need to do to be whole. And that's where I'm going to sit. I'm more in a lane of me first.
Protecting your peace.
And I connected to relationships, right? Because you have certain people, and they say this about men a lot, but I think that women do this too, where they like collect projects, like they look for people that they could fix up, right? Mm-hmm. And so,
oh, that's definitely a female trait. Oh my God.
Yeah, right. So I think that knowing that because nobody's coming perfect. Mm-mm. Like, and my mom used to always tell me, make sure the good outweighs the bad, right? Mm-hmm. So versus me saying, oh, I have to love you where you are. If where you are is hurting me more, then I cannot, then I don't have to accept that, and I need to protect my peace. Yeah. And I'm not saying that you're a bad person or you're a wrong person, but if where you are is not good for me right now, then so be it.
That's good. If where you are is hurt, baby, clip that one.
Yeah.
Period. That's it, though. Huh?
Yeah, so I actually like that we wrap that up with healthy relationships, because I think that helps people move on. Because as I said before, the society is so heavily involved in trauma porn. And I don't know if the viewers know this about me, but I don't even watch movies that are sad, or like if somebody getting killed, I could call home and hear about somebody getting killed or somebody dying or somebody got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to create that or watch that or listen to it.
Yeah.
So I'm anti-trauma porn.
That's a boundary for you.
Mhm.
Protecting your peace.
Yeah, I love me a good tearjerker.
I know. we
Yeah,
had that conversation. I was like, Kyla, but you want to cry?
That's hilarious. Hilarious. This is episode 10, y'all.
Yes, this is episode 10. We thank y'all for joining us. We thank y'all for sending in your questions.
Yes.
We love y'all. We hope y'all are standing on healthy relationships. We got about almost in midterm season. So
Yeah, 2 more episodes to go.
times are winding down. So we only got 2 episodes to go.
But we'll see you then.
All right. Let's be real.
Not right. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's a wrap of this episode of Let's Be Real, Not Right.
Make sure you subscribe, share, and send in your questions.
We might feature you on the next episode. Stay real.